Take the speaker off.
I suppose we could just take the bus.
Sure. You ever try to tell a girl's mother your bus ran out of gas?
Welcome to my video, and let's see what I bring you today. It's the movie Happy Days, and as usual, I introduce the cast then and now. But first, let's learn about this movie. Happy Days is an American television sitcom that aired on the ABC network in 1974 with a total of 255 episodes spanning 11 seasons. Produced by Gary Marshall, the series is about an idealized vision of life in the 1950s and early 1960s Midwest United States. Happy Days had the participation of many famous actors at that time, and now let's see who those characters are. Join me on this journey to see how the actors were then and now, please. Number 1, Erin Moran as Joni Cunningham. Erin Moran, known for portraying Joni Cunningham in both Happy Days and, midway through its duration, the spin-off Joni Loves Chachi, underwent a significant transformation in front of viewers' eyes. She first collaborated with show creator Gary Marshall in his film How Sweet It Is at the tender age of 8. Erin's early years were marked by a bustling acting career, with appearances in 18 different projects before assuming the role of Cunningham at 14. Following her notable successes as Joni Cunningham, Moran's acting career tapered off. Marion Ross, who portrayed her television mother, disclosed in an interview that Erin struggled to cope with fame, attributing it to unstable and unsupportive parents. Over time, Moran succumbed to the pressures and self-destructive tendencies that have plagued numerous young actors. In her later years, she devoted herself to caring for her mother-in-law in a mobile home park in Indiana, where she resided with her second spouse. Tragically, she passed away in April 2017 at the age of 56 due to complications from stage 4 cancer. Number 2, Tom Bosley as Howard Cunningham. Tom Bosley portrayed the character of Howard Cunningham. He assumed the role after actor Harold Gould performed it in the Love American-style pilot, but departed for another project. Bosley appeared in all subsequent 255 episodes of Happy Days, establishing his character alongside Fonzie as the only ones to achieve such a feat. Following the sitcom, he starred in Murder, She Wrote, and Father Dowling Mysteries, representing just a fraction of the extensive list of credits he accumulated during his 55-year career. Bosley's true passion as an actor lay in the theater, marked by his Broadway debut in the 1958 production The Power and the Glory. His theatrical repertoire includes Catch Me If You Can, 1965, Beauty and the Beast, 1994, Cabaret, 2002, and the national tour of On Golden Pond, 2006. His estate, along with several Happy Days co-stars, initiated a multi-million-dollar breach of contract lawsuit against CBS, alleging non-payment of owed revenue according to their contracts. After lengthy negotiations, the parties reached a settlement of approximately $65,000 each. Bosley passed away tragically in 2010 at the age of 83 due to complications arising from a staph infection. Number 3, Anson Williams as Potsy Weber. Before Happy Days, Anson Williams was simply a who led his school's track team while also participating in school productions as an actor. Interestingly, his complete name is Anson William Heimlich, and his uncle happened to be Dr. Henry Heimlich, renowned for his contribution to aiding countless restaurant choking incidents through his technique. Anson Williams portrayed the character of Patsy on the sitcom. Following the conclusion of Happy Days, Williams transitioned directly into directing. In this role, he has helmed numerous successful TV shows spanning from Melrose Place to Beverly Hills, 90210, Baywatch, Sabrina, The Teenage Witch, Lizzie McGuire, and most recently, 31 episodes of The Secret Life of the American Teenager. He penned his memoir titled Singing to a Bulldog: From Happy Days to Hollywood Director and the Unlikely Mentor Who Helped Me Get There. Williams is currently 74 years old. Number 4, Marion Ross as Marion Cunningham. Marion Ross portrayed the character of Marion Cunningham throughout all 11 seasons, embodying the role of a prim and proper housewife who occasionally yearned for a taste of adventure. She maintained decorum in every aspect of life, particularly in her insistence on addressing people by their full names, with no room for nicknames unless, of course, you happen to be Chachi. Her film debut came in Forever Female 1953, and since then she has made sporadic appearances on the silver screen, including roles in Tutti Wenchicher Chigi, Teens Angels on Tap, and 2021's Senior Entourage. However, it was television where she truly captivated audiences. Marion's television journey began with a 1953 episode of Cavalcade of America, leading to numerous subsequent appearances. Notable among these was her role as a series regular on Brooklyn Bridge, created by Family Ties' Gary David Goldberg, where she portrayed Sophie Berger from 1991 to 1993. Following that, she graced screens in shows like The Drew Carey Show and Gilmore Girls. Marion has even contributed her voice to animated children's programs such as SpongeBob SquarePants and Handy Manny. At 95 years old, she currently resides in California, relishing her role as the proud mother of two accomplished entertainers. Number 5. Scott Baio as Chachi Arcola. Erin Moran's on-screen romantic interest and reportedly off-screen as well, Scott was just a month older than Erin but had far fewer credits to his name when Happy Days came along. Scott Baio portrayed the character of Chachi Arcola, Fonzie's nephew, who became Joni's beau and eventually her spouse. His debut role was as the protagonist in the 1976 film Bugsy Malone. If you haven't seen it, you're missing out. It's a timeless gangster musical featuring an all-child cast including Scott and Jodie Foster. Chachi's iconic catchphrase, "Wah wah wah," originated from Scott Baio's habit of always asking, "What? What? What?" He also appeared alongside Erin in the spin-off series called Joni Loves Chachi, following which he landed leading roles in other beloved TV shows like Charles in Charge and, alongside Dick Van Dyke, Diagnosis Murder. Currently, Scott Baio, aged 63, resides with his family and daughter and is actively involved in politics, particularly with the Republican Party. Number 6. Al Molinaro as Al Del Vecchio. The diner proprietor who took over from Pat Morita's Arnold after season 3 was Al Del Vecchio, portrayed by Al Molinaro. He embarked on his acting journey later in life, previously working in collections and real estate. When he made the switch to acting, he made his debut on a 1969 episode of Don Adams' Get Smart, followed by 73 appearances on The Odd Couple, where he portrayed Murray the cop. During his time on The Odd Couple, he established a professional relationship with producer Gary Marshall, which led to his casting as Al on Happy Days. Following the conclusion of the sitcom, Molinaro landed one final significant role on the sitcom The Family Man before transitioning to a career in commercials for the remainder of his professional life. He passed away in 2015 at the age of 96. Number 7. Linda Goodfriend as Lori Beth Allen. Lori Beth, Richie's romantic partner who later became his spouse from 1977 to 1982. Their marriage was conducted over the phone during season 8. In the episode Little Baby Cunningham, Fonzie assists Lori Beth in delivering her baby. She made a guest appearance in the final season, during which it is revealed that she is expecting her second child. Following her role in Happy Days, Goodfriend appeared in various Gary Marshall films, portraying a tourist in Pretty Woman and making cameo appearances in Exit to Eden, Nothing in Common, and Beaches. Throughout the mid to late 1980s, she participated in numerous independent projects, including the film An All-Consuming Passion, which was written and directed by Catherine Nesmith. Goodfriend directed the pilot teleplay 4 Stars, financed by Gary Marshall, featuring veteran actor Burt Kramer and actress Julie Paris. More recently, she directed the short film The Perfect Crime in 2009. On Broadway, Goodfriend performed in Good News in 1974. She married Giora Litwack in 1982 and holds a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree from Southern Methodist University. Currently, she serves as the acting chair at the New York Film Academy. Number 8. Don Most as Ralph Malph. Don Most portrayed the character of Ralph Malfi, and interestingly, he shares a similarity with John Travolta. Both young actors made their screen debuts on the rescue series Emergency just weeks before Happy Days premiered, and Happy Days proved to be Don's breakthrough role, endearing him to much of the audience with his portrayal of the funny and affable Ralph Malphy. Although Ralph started as a minor character in the first season, he quickly became one of the trio alongside Richie and Potsy, even becoming their roommate in later seasons. Ralph bid farewell to the series after season 7 when he and Richie departed for the army, although he didn't appear in the finale, unlike Ron Howard as Richie, citing college attendance. Following the conclusion of Happy Days, Don made guest appearances on various shows such as Charles in Charles, starring Scott Baio, Star Trek, Voyager, Diagnosis, Murder, and Glee. He also appeared in films like EDTV, directed by Ron Howard, Planting Melvin, and The Great Buck Howard. Additionally, he demonstrated his versatility as an actor, singer, having released several albums throughout his career, and director. Off-screen, he has been married to actress Morgan Hart since 1982, and the couple has 2 daughters. Don is currently 70 years old. Number 9. Kathy Silvers as Jenny Picalo, Lori Beth's boy-crazy closest companion, 1980-1983. Frequently referred to but not visually depicted in initial episodes, she made her inaugural appearance on screen in the 8th season and persisted as a recurring character until the 9th season, transitioning to a regular role during the 10th season in 1983. She later made a return as a guest star in the series finale of 1984. Silvers tied the knot with physician Alexander Burnett in August 1988, and they share 2 children. They finalized their divorce in 1996. In 2001, she married entertainment attorney David Fulmer, with whom she had 2 children and raised a stepchild. Silvers obtained a degree in marketing from American University. After concluding her acting career in Hollywood, she established her own business. A follower of veganism, she manages a service that distributes organic produce sourced from farmers markets to customers across Los Angeles County. Number 10. Ted McGinley as Roger Phillips. Marion's nephew, instructor and educator at Jefferson High until vocational education, where he assumed the role of principal at Patton High, introduced in 1980 after Richie departed from the show as a recurring character. In 2011, McGinley once again poked fun at his jumping the shark abilities in Mightfall, the final installment of Batman, the Brave and the Bold. In this episode, Batmite, voiced by Paul Reubens, aims to end the show to make way for a new TV series titled Beware the Batman. To achieve his goal, he begins altering various elements of the show, including replacing Aquaman's regular voice actor John DiMaggio with McGinley. Ambush Bug, voiced by McGinley's Happy Days colleague Henry Winkler, assists in reversing the situation, partly by persuading McGinley to step out of character and depart, thereby reinstating DiMaggio's voice for Aquaman. McGinley exchanged vows with actress Gigi Rice in 1991, and they are parents to 2 sons, Beau, born 1994, and Quinn. They make their home in Los Angeles. Number 11. Pat Morita as Arnold. Pat Morita returned to his role as Arnold. Morita then portrayed Tommy Tanaka in the television movie Amos, featuring Kirk Douglas, earning his initial Primetime Emmy Award nomination and 2nd Golden Globe Award nomination for this portrayal. He authored and starred in the romantic film Captive Hearts 1987, set during World War II. Morita served as host for the educational video series Britannica's Tales Around the World 1990-1991. He made a guest appearance on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air during the 5th season in 1994 in the episode titled Love Hurts. In the later stages of his career, he headlined the Nickelodeon TV show The Mystery Files of Shelby Woo 1996-1998 and took on a recurring character role in the comedy series The Hughleys 2000. Morita also made a cameo on a 1996 episode of Married with Children. He starred in the short film Talk to Taka, portraying a sushi chef offering guidance to those willing to listen. He lent his voice to the character of the Emperor of China in Disney's 36th animated feature Mulan 1998, and reprised the role in its direct-to-video sequel Mulan 2 2004, as well as in the video game Kingdom Hearts 2. Morita passed away from kidney failure, triggered by a urinary tract and gall infection on November 24, 2005 at his residence in Las Vegas, Nevada at the age of 73. He struggled with alcoholism throughout his lifetime. His remains were cremated at Palm Green Valley Mortuary and Cemetery in Las Vegas, Nevada. Number 12. Heather O'Rourke as Heather Pfister, Ashley Pfister's child. Initially, she doesn't have a good relationship with Fonzie, but gradually comes to see him as a fatherly figure. In a modern interview with American Premiere Magazine, producer Steven Spielberg described his search for a serene 4-year-old child, every mother's ideal, for the lead role in his horror movie Poltergeist 1982. While dining in the MGM cafeteria, Spielberg noticed 5-year-old O'Rourke having lunch with her mother while her older sister, Tammy, was filming Pennies from Heaven. After his meal, Spielberg approached the family and offered O'Rourke the role in Poltergeist. She was signed the following day instead of Drew Barrymore, who went on to play Gertie in E.T. the Extraterrestrial. On January 31st, O'Rourke began showing flu-like symptoms. Next morning, says she collapsed at her home, was rushed to community hospital in El Cajon. Hanging during transit, she suffered a cardiac arrest, but paramedics managed to revive her heart at 9:25 a.m. She was then airlifted to the Children's Hospital of San Diego, where doctors discovered she had intestinal stenosis and required emergency surgery. Although she survived the operation, she experienced another cardiac arrest while in the recovery room. Medical staff performed CPR for over 30 minutes, but O'Rourke was pronounced dead at 2:43 p.m. that afternoon. O'Rourke's cause of death was determined to be congenital stenosis of the intestine complicated by septic shock. Number 13, Linda Pearl as Ashley Pfister. Linda Pearl portrayed Richie's occasional girlfriend in the second season. Linda Pearl has taken on various roles in television series, beginning with The Secret Storm, a daytime soap opera drama, 1973-1974. In 1978, she starred as newlywed Molly Beaton in the ABC Western drama series The Young Pioneers, set in the Dakota Territory of the 1870s and adapted from the novels of Rose Wilder Lane. She also co-starred with Sean Cassidy in the 1979 TV movie Like Normal People. Additionally, in 1979, she headlined Women at West Point. Pearl has been married and divorced 4 times. Her initial marriage occurred in 1979 to DZ Arnaz Jr., the son of Lucille Ball and DZ Arnaz. Pearl filed for divorce on January 3, 1980, and it was finalized later that year. Subsequently, on November 5, 1988, she tied the knot with screenwriter William Broyles Jr., from whom she later divorced. On July 23, 1993, Pearl wedded British screenwriter and producer Alexander Carey, Master of Falkland, with whom she shares a son, Lucius, born on February 6, 1995. Eventually, they parted ways. On July 15, 2006, she entered into marriage with James Vincent Adams. Since 2020, she has been romantically involved with Patrick Duffy. Number 14, Ron Howard as Richie Cunningham. Portraying Richie Cunningham in Happy Days was not a new experience for young Opie, who, alongside Andy Griffith, starred in one of the greatest sitcoms of all time, The Andy Griffith Show, earlier in his career. Ron, age 69, grew up immersed in the world of television and film. From the tender age of 2, he made his uncredited debut in his father's film, Frontier Women. In addition to assuming the role of Opie in 1960, he is also fondly remembered for his portrayal of Winthrop Peru in The Music Man in 1962, which he played with a lisp. The following year, he appeared as young Eddie in the movie adaptation of The Courtship of Eddie's Father and had roles in Village of the Giants 1965, an episode of Land of the Giants in 1969, and the film The Wild Country 1970. Ron's first venture into directing came with George Lucas's American Graffiti 1973, a film steeped in nostalgia. The success of this project played a significant role in writer-producer Gary Marshall casting him as Richie in the pilot for Happy Days, which initially aired as part of Love American Style before becoming its own series. Despite the immense success he experienced on Happy Days, Ron, now 67, made the decision to depart from the series after the 7th season to pursue his aspirations of becoming a filmmaker. His directorial debut came in 1977 with the low-budget film Grand Theft Auto, which he co-wrote with his father. Number 15, Henry Winkler as Arthur Fonzie Fonzarelli. Henry Winkler embodies the tough guy image with his jukebox slapping and pocket comb wielding antics, causing a frenzy among the ladies for Fonzie. Fonzie, the epitome of cool, was not just a rebel but also a compassionate anti-hero, serving as a guardian angel to Richie Cunningham and his friends, always standing up for justice. Let's not forget his ability to effortlessly charm the adults on the show too. He was truly a kindred spirit. The now 78-year-old Winkler portrayed the iconic character Fonzie. Winkler's background and early career were rooted in theater, from his days at Yale to numerous stage productions, including those on Broadway. Despite starting out in television commercials and indie films like The Lords of Flatbush alongside Sylvester Stallone and Perry King, Winkler eventually succumbed to his agent's persuasion and relocated to Los Angeles, albeit with a lingering passion for the stage. Throughout his illustrious career, Winkler has amassed of accolades, including 2 Golden Globes in 1977 and 1978 for his portrayal of Fonzie on Happy Days, and a Primetime Emmy for Outstanding Supporting Actor for his role as acting teacher Jean Cousineau in Barry. With or without Fonzie, Winkler's career has always exuded a sense of coolness. And I have just finished summarizing the lives of the Happy Days cast then and now. Although time has passed, the contributions that the cast left behind are enormous to the American television industry. So, when saying goodbye to this program, always keep happiness every day like the movie's name, Happy Days. Finally, thank you for listening until here. Please like to share and subscribe to explore the next exciting journeys with me. For now, have a very happy day, and I will end the program now.